an Easter edition of Coffee Talk, 7 p.m. And we'll see how many of y'all come in. I know it's Easter and everybody's got family and doing stuff, but I figure I'd keep up the tradition of trying to get my 7 p.m.s out. Been missing quite a few of them. I'm drinking the GOAT, Diet Coke. GOAT stands for greatest of all time. I don't know. KP Heathen, how are you doing? Susanna Morrison. Susanna has got a channel. She's got she's got more subscribers than I ever will have if I work on it till I'm 100. Very good channel. Good content. Beautiful young lady. Beautiful daughter, and she is single. Pre-retirement days. How are you doing? Well, I'm going to have some comfort food after the live stream. I eat a piece of cake. Oh, Lord. And I made tacos for breakfast. You know me and tacos. I did tacos for breakfast. Lunch, I had, and I posted it. I did a post on it, short. I had a bowl of ramen, and I had added some jalapenos and some onions to it with some croutons. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. So I got my latest video out, which was a mail call from Joseph Moore. And 17 minutes, I think. There was a lot of stuff in there to show, and sometimes. Hello, Holly Ivans. Sometimes it just takes time to do a mail call, and that was one. It was a very nice gift from Joseph. It was an emergency preparedness pack, something you'd use for like camping or for a bug out situation. Had 2 of everything in it, so it was basically designed for a couple. I really appreciate it, and as I told him, I would be retaliating. So he'll probably be getting something like what I sent KP, maybe a little extra in it. I keep changing up what I send people when I send out stuff. I change it up, and so like right now, I'm I guess I'm mirrored again because I'm using my iPad, and I'm using my iPhone 12 to look at the comments and such. I'm blind. Yesterday, I went with the wife, and we picked up our new trailer. I purchased a new trailer, and there's a few things I'm gonna have to do to it before we go camping. It'll be a month before we go camping. I still have 5 more weeks of school before I get out. It'll be like a 3 or 4 day camping trip. It won't be like just the weekend. And hello, Idaho Garden Girl. Hello, how are you doing? So I'm gonna have my tech person who's good with tech to figure out what's going on with my MacBook, why I'm having difficulty with it. It needs some sort of reset or whatever, and I'm gonna let her take care of it. Hopefully Tuesday when I go back to work, and hopefully it'll work fine for me. In the meantime, I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow because I don't work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, and I'll use my 12 and my iPad to do my live stream, and therefore it'll be mirrored. And I am sorry about that. I know that bugs some people. I think it looks like it's like 7 o'clock. No, at 5 o'clock they say it looks like it's 5 o'clock. You know, and it's actually a few minutes after 7. So, trying to give y'all a little news or my take on news. So the Supreme Court issued a temporary freeze on deportations of the hardcore gang members, and the administration invoked a law that's been around since right after the founding of the country, and everybody's talking about this 18th century law. Well, the law is the law. You know, like the 10 Commandments, they're, you know, those were given out over 3,000 years ago. They're still the 10 Commandments. But I listen to some of these news clips. You can tell the way that they word things that they're just basically wetting their pants. They're so happy that they can't deport these hardcore gang members that the Supreme Court ruled that temporarily stopped deportations. Well, Clarence Thomas and James Alito, I believe, both said you can, but the other 5 went along with the freeze, and that includes 4 the 3 new ones that Trump had appointed in this previous administration, and the Chief Justice, who's basically pretty much goes against most conservative things, in my opinion, for what it's worth. My question, which I would ask them, and I would ask everybody, if reportedly there may be upwards of 50 million people who came into the United States illegally, residing here or here now, and we don't know who a bunch of them are unless we catch them. You know, they're happy because they've deported several thousand illegals. Is that a drop in the bucket for upwards of 50 million? You know, how long do you think it would take, the way they're going? You know, how long do you think it would take to get a significant number of them deported? Little Lone Prepper, how are you doing? So, another stink. There was an incident that happened at a track meet, I guess in Dallas, Texas, or somewhere in that area. And some sort of argument or something, and this one kid hit this other kid with his fist to give him a pump. The kid that got hit comes out with a knife and stabs the first kid that hit him to death. And of course he's been arrested, and you know, they've charged him. And the family of the boy that was killed, very upset. The father went to this press conference that the other family was having, trying to spin it and they've had a GoFundMe for defense and all this. Collected over $500,000, and it's a big stink. And they had to remove the father of the boy who was killed, and the family of the boy who did it is trying to spin it like it was a self-defense thing. Well, self-defense, if somebody hits you, you hit them back. That's self-defense. You pull out a weapon, use lethal force in a confrontation that probably would be equal. Both of them young men, about the same size, about the same physical abilities. They were both members of a track team. Different schools, I guess. And they're trying to spin it as, self-defense. Now, the boy that was killed was white, and the boy, and I say boy because of age. I'm not saying anything disrespectful. I call both the white kid and the black kid boys. So don't go calling me a racist or anything. Anybody that's listening to this. But the incident, if it had been a white kid stabbing a black kid, you would have had, you'd have had every suspect nut on the left screaming racism and, wanting to riot and all sorts of BS. Where are they now? Are they protesting for the boy that was killed? No. So you see, it's all about which point of view you have. Where you're at, what point of view you have. So that's in the news. Yeah, and then, the deal with the anchor babies. That's something that's before the Supreme Court. That is going to be before the Supreme Court. And if the Supreme Court basically goes with the administration, which they should, at least on a 5-4 basis, because I don't think the Chief Justice is going to. But if the other 5 go with the administration, then that will make it a lot easier to get rid of these people. That was not the intent of the 14th Amendment. Talked about, it added a clause about under the jurisdiction of. Well, these foreigners are not under our jurisdiction. They're not citizens of our nation. That was originally for the kids of, that was like if a diplomat had a child, family of a diplomat came over, and they're there for years, and they have children. Those children are the citizens of their home country. They're not citizens of the United States. Their parents are not citizens of the United States. They're only there temporarily. But they come over and they want to be here forever. So that was a very nice gift that I received. I need to look up to see what he paid for it. That was a very nice gift that I received, and we're planning on putting it and keeping it in our trailer. And I still need to shoot some footage of the trailer, show y'all what I have. I don't know why I haven't done it yet, but it's like, oh, what, I need to shoot some images, or at least I need to put some stills up, post some stills on my community board. I posted some images from this morning making breakfast. Bacon, eggs. The eggs like that have not been. My wife will get several days worth of eggs, and then she'll wash them and she'll put them in trays. And those, we got lots of cartons, those 18 egg cartons, and she dates them. She puts a little date sticker on them. So I'm using the oldest stuff first. They're in the back refrigerator. We got a refrigerator in our garage. We got a refrigerator in our kitchen. Both same refrigerator, just different locations. We got a freezer located out in the garage, in our washroom, where we have our washer and dryer and the water heater and blah blah blah. So right now, we live in perilous times for safety. If you live someplace where the majority of the people are on the left, then your government will be on the left. Law enforcement will be under the gun. Safety will not be what it is in states and cities that are controlled by conservatives. So depending where you're at, you got safety issues. The left does not go into red areas and cause too much trouble. I mean, they go in there and they cause a little trouble, but they limit what they do because they know it's not gonna be tolerated. They'll get arrested. It won't be pleasant. Down in the blue areas, it's like when they were having all those riots and they were tearing up everything. They're basically destroying blue cities. The cities that were being torn up and all the areas, the stuff. A lot of the businesses that when they were protesting, well, there were so many black-owned businesses that were destroyed. These idiots, really idiots, and they didn't do anything to stop it. And they're complaining because Trump wants to use the military. He wants to use the military in addition to the National Guard to deal with these things. And they got stuff going on with the cartels, the Houthis and such. Personally, in my opinion, I would need to plug this in because it's low battery. I'd deal with them. I would deal with them. Oops, turn that down because I don't want to have an echo. Three in the house. We are 18 minutes into the live stream. So I tell you, this has been one of those days. Lots of stuff going on. I am tired. I do appreciate those of you who have come in today. And I'm going to probably cut short what I'm doing. Whoever's still here, I appreciate you being here. If you would go over, if you haven't already, look at my mail call video from Joseph Moore. That might be the last video I release before I hit 1900. I'm at 1887, and when I hit 1900, I will be doing my count. And those of you who have left me a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released when I hit 1900 will be in my hat for my drawing. And whoever I draw out, and there probably won't be that many names, you have pretty good odds of getting a nice goodie box. And that'll include a nice first aid kit. So at this point, 10 likes, and I am right at about 20 minutes into my live stream. I'm going to tell you, when you get up in the morning, thank God for the day. You don't know how many days you have. I'm going to be turning 63 this Friday. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Drink your coffee. Take your medication if you take medication. Say the Lord's Prayer. Get right mentally. And everybody, please be prepared. Have a good day. And thank you for joining me for Coffee Talk. Bye-bye.